Hey everybody, welcome to Derek's DIY Projects. Today we're going to be opening up and reviewing the Sigma 85 motorized bike kick out of the box, seeing what it looks like. Let's go ahead and get started. Open this box up and peek inside of it. So I have an idea what this kit looks like. They give you a little bit of instructions. They're not really very helpful. It kind of tells you to go to their website for full-on instructions, and they give you a little thing in the back, terms and conditions. They basically tell you that these things are not road legal in most states, especially the state where this kit came from. This kit comes with a 32 tooth sprocket. Keep in mind, if you are heavier set or you ride on a lot of dirt roads, that this sprocket may be too small for you. I weigh it at about 205. I'll probably be upgrading that to a 36 tooth. I'll lose a little speed, but I'll have a lot more torque for taking off on the dirt roads and for my weight class. Another issue with the Sigma 85 Pro engine kit is the advertisement of a 32 tooth sprocket. Knowing that it wouldn't have the low end power I need for my weight class in my dirt roads, I went ahead and ordered a 36 tooth sprocket, and of course that is exactly what they sent me. So now I've got an extra sprocket, which I will save, but it is just annoying that they advertise a 32 tooth sprocket and they send you a 36 tooth sprocket. Honestly, it just seems like they crammed everything on top of itself. So there's your throttle cable and your clutch cable, all wrapped up in one. They look alright. I'm not really impressed with how they packaged all the extra parts and pieces. It looks like they went ahead and threw the gaskets in with them. In fact, you can see the exhaust gasket is already slightly bent. I will say that this gasket is better than the stock gasket that came with the IMA-CC motor kits from Amazon. It actually looks like it has a little bit of metal inside there, so that's cool. Intake gasket looks okay. Actually, it looks like they gave you two intake gaskets. An important message about the intake. The stock intake does not fully cover the ported out intake on the motor, which is why they sent you the two gaskets, with one being slightly larger. I myself do not trust this thin papery gasket to hold up when the aluminum does not cover the aluminum on the motor. I advise getting another intake or making an adapter plate for long-term reliability. Everything else seems to be there. It's just kind of scattered and put in one bag. I'm going to leave those out of the bag because I don't want them getting damaged. Alright, okay, there's the clutch handle. It's like, straight out the box, it's already scuffed up and scratched up. Feels like it's got decent response for what it is. It's got the stock kill switch and the stock throttles. These have a little bit of touch of chrome to them, but most of these stock throttles are all plastic. They will strip out. You know, if you're going to be a long-term rider, you'll want to think about upgrading these. I have a video on how to put in a better stock or a better throttle and kill switch. I'll go ahead and leave a link to that in my description, because these are fine starting out, but this will wear out, and next thing you know, your throttle will be all sloppy and going forward. Standard CDI. It's got the supposed to be high performance when they give you the red, but I don't really believe that. I think that's probably just a gimmick. That looks like your exhaust mounts. And the motor was put in there with everything crammed on top of it. It's got some scuffs and dings. And I actually did a video on a better full review of the motor that comes with it. To be honest, I'm not very impressed. I'll leave a link for that in the description as well, but basically I'm going to have to tear this down because the piston was installed backwards and it doesn't look like they got the head gasket on correctly, so I have a feeling it's going to have an air leak. It's also not a very good porting job, considering they advertise this as a fully ported motor, better quality, but the casting looks like it had some imperfections, so I'm almost going to have to take a Dremel and try to work this out. This is supposed to be a Dominator 85 motor. It's supposed to be pretty good, powerful. It's just a shame I'm going to have to tear it apart to flip the piston around and fix the head gasket right off the back. Like I said, I'll go ahead and retouch up the ports and see if I can tighten them up some. Now let's move on from there. We got the gas tank, and it's the small gas tank with the tiny 6mm studs, and they really globbed the paint up in these studs, so I'm going to have to take a wire brush to those to begin with. I'm pretty disappointed that they didn't send the bigger gas tank for the price of this kit. As you might be able to see on my Concords over there, they have the 3-liter gas tank, and this is just a 2. I don't really ride enough to worry about this running out of gas. I do not see the cap for the gas tank so far, so hopefully that is packaged up in this other box right here, because without the cap, this is worthless anyway. Was it in here? Nope. I don't see them. We'll come back to the gas tank. Now the carburetor. They sent the high performance red model, but actually looking at this is a knockoff of the Bofang. I haven't run one of these. I'm not really impressed. It feels a little cheesy in my hand. It's got some extra pieces and parts here. That looks like the, okay, that must be where you can purge out fuel to get any air out of the system. It does not come with an O-ring. I can't really say anything good or bad about this carburetor, but it doesn't look the same quality as what came with my Amazon kits over there. So we'll find out when it's all put together. Now this must be the exhaust right here. Alright. Chain guard. Minor scuffage. Like I said, it seems like they just didn't package this kit very well. Okay, I can see the gas cap in here. A bit strange, they put it in a different box than the gas tank, but that's alright. Cool. You got your rubbers for the rag joint. Now honestly, every kit I've gotten, they look about like this. They pretty much just take a tire and punch these out. I may smooth those edges out when I go to install it. Standard cheesy fuel line. I've got better fuel line that I'll use. A Runwell spark plug. Okay, this spark plug actually looks a little bit better than the standard stock ones, although I can't really say for certain it is, but at least it's not one of them Z4Zs that come with the other kits that I throw away immediately. Ah, it came with a puller. This may come in handy, although I've already got one. Regular cheesy fuel filter, spark plug wrench. It's got the 3-piece for the rag joint. I prefer the 2-piece. There's all your all the nuts, bolts, and washers. Okay, cool. So this kit actually came with an adapter, which I'll need for the particular bike I'm using. This is to help mount the motor in case your frame is a little wider and there's more distance between the front and the back. I'll need that. Your petcock filter. Looks alright. Pretty standard. .415 chain. That's pretty standard as well. Now the exhaust. I've been curious of how this looks. And that's not very reassuring. It sounds like something busted loose in it. It's dented, scuffed, scratched up. I can retouch up the paint if I want to. It does have the big port for these motors, but sounds like there's something rattling around in there. I can feel stuff falling out. I'm going to go ahead and take an air blower and blow this out before I install it. Extra motor mount pieces. Alright, toolkit. Looks like it comes with the standard chain tensioner. I actually prefer a spring-loaded chain tensioner, but they're not always available for every single bike, or rather, they're not always a viable option for every bike. Everything seems to be there. And that's pretty much the whole kit. It looks like everything's there. Like I said, I'm just not really impressed with the shipping quality on most of this stuff, and I'm not really happy that I have to tear the motor apart to rebuild it. Although, if you've been in this hobby long enough, you'll know that most people will recommend you go ahead and tear the top ends of these motors off, inspect them, flush them out with gas anyway, so we'll see. At least the clutch does feel nice and strong right now, and it does look like they greased it, which is nice because I've had motors that I've had to come grease completely. I'll end up tearing it apart inside and out and checking in here. Plus I want to paint the covers to match the bike I'm putting on there anyway. All in all, everything's there. Again, not really happy with how they packaged it, as everything was just rubbing on top of itself. But I think the kit's going to work for me once I fix the issues with the motor. Alright everybody, that's it for now. I'll see you all in the next video.